So the Orion group, it's not time to play around, it's time to be serious, right? That's why we're from Serious B, right? Because we definitely are being serious. But sometimes you gotta walk in the fire to see if it burn, right? So let's talk about that. So we saying like around 2005, I seen the AEO member. The AEO member said, "Wow, you look like somebody in this book." So I was like, "All right, let me see the book." She showed me the Holy Tablets, right? So I was like, "Okay, that's nice." Melchizedek, right? Al-Qadar, yeah. So now, fast forward a few years later, I started paying attention to what's going on with the AEO, and I said, well, NEO, AEO, I like how these cats is doing that, but some saying that they working for the CIA or something like that, but I'm not gonna touch on that right now. Let me see what they got going on, right? So we sitting there. I builds with a few of these members, but they not serious though. You understand? It's like they complacent, right? Like they're slaves or something. You understand? So we know that the Nagas, Negus, all the same thing, all reptilians, all dragons, all omnimerciful present beings, right? So now I'm appalled to the fact that they was online. You, you know, it is a trait with a lot of the G's that they do fraud, right? They ask you for charity, they ask you for this, they ask you, and they just frauding you. You understand? So we're moving forward now. So we do these rituals, right? So the rituals that we first did was in 1994 in Trinidad, right? We did the moaning, we did the Ashe thing, we did the Shango thing, right? So fast forward that now, we walking into the fire, then we start summoning. So we do the Necrocomaton thing, and these entities, I taps in, and these entities come down. Casper, Belbashar, you understand? Amun Ra, yeah. All right. So now they start hitting me with nothing but supreme science. So then I tap back into the AEO, NEO online. I get it with some guy named Jermaine McKenzie and his wife named Fatima, right? So I gotta respect the Fatima female, because Fatima was the individual that is married to one of the prophets. You follow? But that wasn't really what I was trying to touch on bases with these cats, because you gotta remember, the top of the elite, they all vampires, right? So it's like you a vamp. We already know Osiris was a vampire. We know all of the pharaohs was vamps. You understand me? So we're moving forward now. So now we taps in. So the internet gets crazy. They send me a sheikh, right? The sheikh, he come from Dubai, right? But he was in Saudi Arabia. So he hits me with these sacred names to chant. So he gives me these names. It's Al-Muqaddir Al-Nur, right? So it's Al-Qadir. So Al-Qadir, he comes around, he starts blessing me with more intel, with more knowledge, with whatever, right? So then here come these reptilian female banshees, right? That's playing around with these Irish folk, right? So now they pull up, they pop out, they start to contest and start to play around. So they moved in a neighbor next to me. The neighbor starts to complain and tells me that I'm being racist. So they call the police. The police is telling me, hey, you can't actually be around here anymore, because these people don't want you here because of what? I'm practicing my religious beliefs, and they're having a problem with it, right? Okay, so I'm moving forward. Then we understand that the Dark Ages, so most of the time these people have evidently turned into some kind of werewolf, some kind of warlocks, whatever the case may be. I'm a wizard, number 77, man, 777, that's me. So we moving forward. We find out that the Al-Qadar, right, has always been around, right? It's the green man. So we moving forward onto that now, and we breaks down the synopsis of the parallel timelines. So the parallel timelines, this incarnation of Al-Qadar has been through a lot of different avatars. So I'm gonna do a video on the avatars straight after I finish this one. So we moving forward then. we start to find out the supreme mathematics. There's nothing under the hair I cannot measure, I cannot understand, I cannot overstand, I cannot in it, and I cannot measure it and tell you exactly acutely what's the issue, right? So that there's nothing that no one can teach me. So we moving forward, I find out there's a lot of individuals that's playing for the hot seat. You know, they all playing for this hot seat. I didn't want it. So I stay aloof. Aloof means I stay away from the foolishness, right? But these demonic energies keep following, they keep jumping up and whatever. So now I move to another place now. They send this female at me. The females, you know, I got a thing for the females. You know, I'm a ladies' man. So what could I say, right? So the female come around. She's rapping the 2-steps. She's hitting me with the 16 bars. You know, everything looking cute, everything looking cushy, right? But moving forward, the female can never ever put me in a hot seat of progression, put me in a hot seat of how can we say to do something with oneself, right? So we execute the fact that they're putting these people in my circumference to do nothing but, you know, keep me distracted, right? So now later on down the line, we find out these particular females are the Hindu reptilians, etc. Then we gotta find out more that she's opened up a can of worms and it just explained and broke down the whole switchboard on all of these fools, right? So I did the raising in the veil of these fools, right? So I got their true images, right? I don't care how much makeup you putting on, how much fitted caps you wearing, how much whatever. I get a screenshot of you, I'm gonna deface that and I'm gonna show you what you really look like. So now they come to me, they tapping in, still on in this 808 16 bar low vibrational thing, density, right? So it's like, oh yeah, you know, you can sign the ultimate sacrifice, you know, put yourself on the altar. Fast forward to Sheikh, he says, listen, there's nothing that you cannot understand. He also says, listen, look at the Milky Way. What numbers is this? This is 69. Number 69 is the attribute of who? Al-Qadr, right? In the Islamic. Then we moving forward, and I jumps into this Gadabat. The Gadabat, he hits me with Yod Hey Shiva Hey, right? So Yod Hey Shiva Hey happens to be the pronunciation of the dialect of Yod, which is God, Shin, which is the Shin, Hey, which is the arms wide apart, Vav, which is the Vav, is just could be for V for 5. It's up to you however you want to break it down. Hey, right? So now I start to go through a series of visions. I catch a yellow fever, then I have to drink a lot of abundant of gallons of water to, you know, bring back the system, flush the kidneys, etc. Right? So all of this, I'm still getting sent. The White Brotherhood, they even sent the what's the name of these people, man? The one that Saint Germain was in, the Golden Dawn. So I'm like, why is these are not these minute groups either. These are the high elite ones, right? So what's going on? So a guy comes to me, his name is Vodun Ankh. Yeah, he says, listen, bro, you one of the lords, right? So, you know, a lord has to check in with the mayor to get his Illuminati stamp. So I'm like, wait, you think I'm gonna be playing around with y'all germs, right? With a warfare when I'm being serious. I'm trying to free my people. I don't want to join none of that. Come to find out, all of these people that they sent to me was slaves, right? You could look at their faces, their bodies decaying, they look bad, they look like they got issues, right? So now they tried to turn it around, make the girl come into around the circumference and then turn around and say, oh, you know, he's psycho, he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's delirious, he's da-da-da. Right? But little do you know, I was trained by some very high octave beings that land and showed me the way. So a situation happened to me, we say a few months ago. Yeah, I guess I was spiritually attacked by a group of people, but my ancestors came, known and unnamed, named and unknown, and held me down. Right? So I started talking psychically with Dr. York. Dr. York is like, listen, man, don't follow the same thing I did, what I wanted to go teach everybody. I told them all the secrets, and then come to find out these are the same folk that turned me inside out, upside down, and did what I had to do, right? All right, cool, that's what's up. So we moving forward on the part 2, right, of Be Serious. true light.